KDB. 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 KDB.
Beats Planet.
Cool. We don't have the soundboard ready because coming inside, get something cool to drink. Hey, Voch. Okay, we got it. Here we go.
Come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
Hey, Voch.
And this is just a mixtape.
We got a Skywalker still is what it is, man. What's good with y'all, man? This is a prime example of what happens when, and this is gonna be even worse when we actually get a studio, because the damn theme song gonna loop 4 times because we just backstage cutting up, Scott, in real life. So I don't have
worse in real life.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't got nothing pulled up. I ain't got no supers pulled up. If you sent them pre-show, I don't see them, but we gonna have them all ready before the end of this thing. What's up, y'all? Me and Will still debated not even going live today. We debated, you know what I'm saying, just not even showing up to work today, you know what I'm saying? Because it just ain't a whole bunch to talk about. Then we realized that Volume and A to Z Dallas pay us by the show.
Well, come on inside.
That ain't the right button.
Cool.
That ain't the right button, Scott. What I meant was,
Did you hear what I said?
that's what I meant to say. We don't get paid by the view no more, but we do have daily obligations. If this was old days, Will Steele, you wouldn't hear me talk about the Giants for 2, 3, 4 days in a row. I just ain't got nothing to say. I think there's only so many ways we can say, I keep calling him Danny. Tommy DeVito got whooped. Tommy Lit Cousin got whooped. And Dak Prescott threw the ball all over the place. There's only a handful of ways we could say that Skywalker still. And trust me, I'm not gonna be spending a whole bunch of time on Carolina, so I'm gonna hit the volume on Thursday. Call a little sick day for me and Will Steele. For me and Will Steele on Thursday, and we're gonna find a way to get through it. But I just wanna remember the times in the off season, Sky, when we ain't had nothing to talk about. Now we actually got football to talk about. Now we spoiled. But it's the Panthers, bro. It's just it's the Panthers, dog. It's the Giants.
Man, I took a peek of the Panthers, and I just it's bad, man.
That offense horrific.
Yeah, that's what I was watching a little bit of.
They're a little better than Danny and them, though, right?
Not because what's his name? Bryce Young. He's Bryce Young, number 1 overall pick, right? So he got way more talent as Pinky than the kid, but he's a kid, and their receivers slow. Yeah, offensive line not good at all. It ain't fun.
Yep, this is another us versus ourselves matchup.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying. So long as we take care of business, as long as we do our thing, we'll have a positive outcome on Sunday. 12 o'clock game, Sky. We get in and get it over with. Yeah. But that does not mean I got a whole bunch to say, y'all, about the film that we watched. Okay, let's get into it, Sky. I forgot to tell you, man, we about the best in the business, Sky.
Gotta be handy with the Steele, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Skywalker Steele. Yeah.
Even when I was wrong, I got my point across.
I just think that's so great, Sky. I just think that's so great.
I gotta get the shortened version of that. Just that part.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't gotta do the whole 10 seconds. It's just that part.
But Sky, the 10 seconds though.
It do set it up though. It set it up.
It's worth it. Like it works in tandem. You know what I mean? Like the whole war call, right? If the war call was just with nobody, you know what I'm saying?
That's true. Because I ain't gonna hold you. When you hit the whole war call, I'll be in the back like, yeah. The whole.
But Sky, this you really got it, because I really, you know what I'm saying, like really beat y'all upside the head with. I played a war call a bunch, but if I got a point and I repeat the point while the war call is playing, that's when it go crazy. Watch this. Sky, let me tell you something. We shouldn't have to publicly scrutinize and wave our finger at the head coach. We shouldn't have to do it. We shouldn't have to do it.
Facts.
We shouldn't. That's when I really get him, Sky. When I start repeating myself and that mother get come on, my guy.
Yo, so you got to see M'Baku Winston Duke. He went on, I don't know if it was one of these late night shows, and he was teaching them how to do the chant.
Everybody tag me to it.
Oh my goodness, bro. But it gets you. I'm gonna find it for you one of these days. We just gonna watch it, man. It's fantastic stuff. He got me hype on a late night show.
Yeah. Because his voice is powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
My effa. Yeah, I'm saying?
That's how he taught him how to do it too.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. Also, too, though, Sky, I will say the MCU movies haven't been great in a long time, but the last MCU movie that was like just took my breath away was Infinity War, which is better than Endgame, by the way, but Infinity War. Yes. So I got the Blu-ray and the box set and all that, and they got the whole behind the scenes about War Call and Yabambe and Maya and all that, and they teach you about what all of the chants mean. I'm listening to it like it's National Geographic, like, oh, this is what real African tribes do when they go to war, but
they just made that shit up.
This is fictional shit. This is fake. You know what I mean? Oh man, but anyway. Scott, since it's Giants or whatever, have you seen the new Marvel movie, the Marvels?
My son has, but I have not been able to go on the. I'm gonna keep it real. This phase, I am not excited. I have not been excited about this phase. I'm pretty.
Listen, man. So I haven't tweeted about it because I'm fearful that I might get canceled. You know what I'm saying? Because of the nature of the film, right?
Say girl power. It is what it is.
I ain't gonna. Scott said that.
Yeah, Scott.
You know what I'm saying? But. Will Steele, the third. you junior, whatever.
Senior.
Junior. So listen, Scott, my whole thing, right? I remember when the MCU, when they dropped the trailer, you stopped everything you was doing. Right. You stopped everything you was doing. If you was in the gym, you quit working out. I remember being in the gym with like one of them old trailers drop, and we'll just stop in the middle of what we was doing, and we'll just see what that new trailer was. We'll just hang around just to get this hype because the Infinity Saga, like when we people bootlegging the damn post-credit scene because there was so much excitement about it, right? Yeah. I'm watching football, dog, and the Marvel's trailer come on, and I'm just like, don't excite me at all, dog. I'm not excited at all.
Can I get my theory on this situation?
Scott, don't get canceled, man, because we're trying
to No, not the show in general. No, first of all, I'm all about girl power. So
hell yeah, we love.
I'm talking about the situation nowadays with social media and Marvel, right? Like when the first couple phases were happening, really the first 4 or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Like social media was different. It was different, right? So 2008 is when the first one dropped in regards to Iron Man. There wasn't shows, so there was no streaming. So there wasn't this oversaturation. There wasn't the Marvel show. There wasn't the Arrow show. There wasn't all these. The Loki. Don't get me wrong, Loki is dope. But there wasn't so many shows that hey, you better watch this because it's teasing the next movie. It was just the movies.
So much content.
In order to know what you needed to know, you had to watch the movie.
Sure.
So I just think it's oversaturated and the storylines is awkward and let's just be honest. They're also the woke. It's just getting. This is.
All right, let's get into the Giants, y'all. Let's see what DeVito talking about. See what DeVito talking. La la.
Hey man, shit, man.
Scott, you want to know what I think? Let me just one last thing. We go to football. It's just Giants and Panthers, right? One last thing though, Scott. I think the whole Infinity Saga was important 100%. Because we at least knew who they were. And we had some type of connection to those characters. I hate that they waited so long with X-Men or whatever, because we all got a certain connection.
They had the rights though. They ain't had the rights.
I get it. But the Spider-Man stuff, like Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, we knew those characters.
Yeah.
I remember the Eternals came out. I was like, who are these people?
I didn't read those the comics. I didn't read that, so I didn't know who they were either. Yeah.
Scott, I'm never watching a 4-hour movie by some characters I don't know. I thought it was an individual property. I never knew who those people was. I don't know who Shang-Chi is.
No, I like that one though.
I don't know who I ain't watching because I don't know who these people are, Scott. I ain't watched none of the miscellaneous ones. What makes Avengers so dope is that it's 10 characters and you relatively know all of them.
And they connected.
And you can, and it's all weaved together, Scott. And it kind of did that Game of Thrones world building to where once you know the end, you can go back and watch the third movie and see the setup.
Yep. Now I can't tell you what makes sense anymore.
Scott, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Black Widow died. She's gone. we killed her.
Then
she's away from here. Well, how she get a sequel, Scott? I'm like, I'm out of here.
They gave her a prequel, and it was, and I'm just keeping it a buck. The prequel was not great, but all right. Sorry,
why wasn't it great, Scott?
Shit. Huh?
Well, why wasn't it great, Scott?
So Giants and Panthers.
All right, man, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Hey, listen, we got to find a way to do something, man. Y'all want to hear us talk about movies or Johnny DeVito? What's his name?
Danny's little cousin.
Time it. We got some sound clips from your coaches. It's interesting how the ebbs and flows of the season go, Scott. Because I'm such a fan of Dan Quinn. I always find myself wanting to listen to him, right? But just as of late, the offense has been the hotter topic. So I find myself more excited to listen to what Mike and Schottenheimer got to say. That makes sense? Do you fall into that same thing, or you still we all love Dan Quinn and we want to hear what we got to say, right? But we know Deron Bland got ball skills. We know that Hankins and Osa doing the thing. We know Mozzie and Sam doing their thing. We know Micah's, got to work through getting doubles and triples and shit, right? But I want to hear Mike McCarthy flat out say, "Hey man, we was bullshitting, bro, but shit, we good now." I want to hear Schottenheimer's excuse about how we run 65% motion now. Right. but we, you know what I'm saying? I just need to hear it, Scott. I need to hear it. And I find myself wanting to hear what they got to say. So I pulled a bunch of coaching clips. Chat, if y'all want to tap into the show, we would love to hear from you. If not, we'll end this thing at 4. It's up to you. But I got some sound clips from your head coach and your offense coordinator, your head coach /play caller, and your offense coordinator. Me and Scott didn't do a sound check beforehand, so if this don't work, bear with us. But there we go. Let me turn this up. Here we go. Let me see. Offensive growth. Correcting mistakes. Okay, that was a good one. Run game. I got a question for Sky. Okay, CD doing crazy things. Brandin Cooks. Okay, let's do offensive growth and improvement. Sky, if you had to bet $20 to a donut, Mike McCarthy opening up this damn answer, how you think he gonna open it up?
Well, it's just like anything.
I think just like anything, every game plan you put together, you come out and you fit the run to the pass.
What do I win?
But most importantly, it starts with protection. And this is by far, this game against the Giants was our best, protection performance.
No shit.
I know earlier in the year, we had some, we were a little bit up and down on, how we wanted to play as opposed to how we did play. But I think now what you're seeing this past month is, we're hitting on all cylinders. We're getting through the run schemes that they were able to carry over in the action pass game, and we're doing a lot more in the third down part of it. And this was a huge challenge for us with the amount of pressure and the type of pressure that we were up against yesterday. So I thought we took a big step in that area. So
Talk just say, Talk say Mike sound like he just ate Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, that's great. Listen, man, Mike McCarthy love his secrets, man. He love to look us in the eye and lie to us, bro. Mike, you ain't got to lie, bro. I mean, he just tried to convince us. Scott, that pass protection was the only reason why this offense looked better now than it did a couple of weeks ago. And look, man, if you want to be secretive, keep all the cards to you, what I'm saying, close to vest, Mike McCarthy, I feel what you're saying, dog. But purposeful motion, involve your wide receiver 1, involve your wide receiver 2, pick one tight end, let that go.
It's not that hard.
It ain't that hard, dog. And I know it ain't that hard because I'm a YouTuber sitting up here and we YouTubers, Sky, and we figured this out. So Mike McCarthy said, hey, man, this is one of our best games, keeping Dak safe. Dak was pretty safe versus the Jets. It's pretty safe versus the Patriots or something. You know what I'm saying? He had to run for his life.
Cardinals too. Settled down after Tuma was getting whooped, but
yeah, he was relatively safe all these games, right? But it's what you're doing, play caller. You ain't got to take it. If anything, take your credit. Play caller, you made a mistake early, but you made an adjustment. I think that makes him a great head coach. Honestly, though, Scott. As a play caller, we can talk and we can fuss and we can have conversation about Mike McCarthy and what he does. But I think what makes him a fantastic coach is that he's willing to pivot. Mm-hmm. He's willing to change his mind and throw the book away. I love that about him. But I also agree that this is one of the best games that Dak has been safe in the pocket. We get another classic Tyron Smith game, and Scott, coming into this game, I didn't think we was gonna have problems with the Giants necessarily, but Kayvon Thibodeau did kind of find his groove against some of these teams a little bit, and he was making some plays against some of these teams. So coming into this thing, I was like, hey man, we gotta keep eyes on Thibodeau, boom, and he lined up on Tyron Smith, and boy, Tyron put on another old man clinic and just was beating the shit out of Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon probably had like a pressure maybe like one time or whatever. Tyron like missed with his hands. He don't do that a whole bunch, but besides that, it was locked down.
And you being nice.
He beat the shit. Okay.
Yeah, because that one you talking about, I think he made him run the hump. We had that conversation in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
If that was anybody else, we'd be like, that's a dub. But it's Tyron. We expected dominance.
Yeah, 100%. And Dak bails us out of a lot of shit, so it's okay. Dak is our 6th offensive lineman. That's something that I said in Patreon.
I love that, by the way. That's perfect.
Talk to me. Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi, where we watch the whole film, offensive line, defensive line, some other things. We watch draft stuff over there also. It's a whole vibe. We come together as a family and we break down the film. And what does it mean when Dak is your 6th offensive lineman? At the end of the day, he got us. Like, if we hold up our end of the bargain, we get so much, right? But in the event that you miss with your hands or that you didn't bring your feet or you didn't get to your spot, and, Dak is not even prior to him getting rushing yards, like he wasn't a statue in the backfield. Like he always navigate around the pocket, step up, step backwards, and, hit those soft gaps to where he could just buy us a little more time and make throws downfield. So yes, he is our 6th offensive lineman, and that one time in particular, Tyron Smith, ran a little loop-de-loop with Thibodeau, but besides that, he beat the shit out of Thibodeau. What was more impressive is that Tyler Smith whooped everybody, including Dexter Lawrence, when he was lined up against him. Part of me was looking at Biadasz and how he did. And look, Biadasz didn't have a great day, but he had to deal with Dexter Lawrence more than anybody. But if Tyler Smith can do it, all that's gonna do is make me want to have a center that can do it, Sky. You feel me? So draft season is gonna come around at some point, and Tyler Biadasz is up for some money. I told you a couple weeks ago, Scott, I'm not here for, paying the eye dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll pay core members, but you can't draft well and not have faith in your ability to draft. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Biadasz having some rough days out there. The OC talked highly of him, covered him up a little bit, but we see what's going on. But besides Tyler, shit, everybody else had a pretty solid day. Terrence, it's cool too, but pretty solid day. So, that's what we got from Miami Cardinals in the first clip. You have something?
I want to ask you a question. Because I think we are all understanding that Tyler Biadasz is injured, right? Like he's playing hurt. Yes. He's pushing through it. Mm-hmm. If he's healthy, he gets the cleaned up surgery or just the rest is going to. Do you pay him?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. One, because he always hurt, and I'm at this point to where I just don't want to pay the eye dude no more, Scott. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the eye. I got you.
Right. So, man, Michael Gallup ain't never been a wide receiver one on this team, dog. People running around, Michael Gallup, we got 3 wide receiver ones, man. He ain't never been that. Y'all chill out. So whether the contract is friendly or not, when you pay people, when you pay these players, these eye dudes, it takes away from some of your young guys, right? Like we paid a couple safeties. But damn, we got some of the best young safeties that may be playing a little better than them. Like if we just give them a shot, you pay Michael Gallup. You got 3 young wide receivers that's playing better than Michael Gallup right now. I'm just saying. So the whole thing about Biadasz, and I do think offensive line is different though, Scott, because just because you good at right guard don't mean you good at center. You know what I'm saying? I do think it's a little different, and offensive line around the whole league is just trash in general. So the fact that we have a serviceable center means that we have a above average center. Just to keep it a buck.
Yeah, how many of those is?
It's not many. Yeah. So if there's a counter to my point, it'll be that. But boy, I've seen what happens when we pay the regular cats. You know what I mean? I want to pay my core guys, of course, but the regular cats, I could just draft some dudes and they'll end up being regular cats. But
yeah, I don't mean to go back into draft season, but I thought it would have been a fantastic time to draft a replacement.
Sure. There's some guys out there. There's gonna be some guys this year, but we'll talk about that when we get there. We're winning games this year, Brian Schottenheimer also has something to say about the offensive improvement. Let's see what he had to say, and let's see if it's different than what Mike McCarthy said.
Every game is different. The bye week was good for us. It was very productive.
His every game is different is just like Mike's, just like anything. It's just they do the same shit to buy this sometimes, Scott. But let's get back into it, though, man.
Every game is different. The bye week was good for us. It was very productive. A lot of things we look back at, we studied, but I think it's just more of the feel that we have for our players, getting guys healthy, getting guys.
Also, too, though, Scott, because I see some people in the chat, and I don't want to go too deep into this. When I say pay and regular guys, I don't mean paying Jonathan Hankins like $1.2 million. I don't mean that.
Yeah, that's not risky. Yeah.
Hankins can get $1.5 million. I don't mind. But what I don't want is Tyler Biadasz as a Pro Bowl player, as a center in this league. I don't want him going, I need some double-digit bread around here. That's what I'm saying. Like just use some sense with me.
Top 10% of the league type at his position, right? You ain't looking for that.
Sure, can't do that. But back to what the boy Schottenheimer was saying.
But I think it's just more of the feel that we have for our players, getting guys healthy, getting guys working together. We've been doing a lot of moving pieces around. We know we're a deep roster. We know we've got deep receivers. We know we've got deep running backs, tight ends. So we're moving guys around. We believe that everybody that's up on game day needs to have a role. And everybody that's up on game day, we want them to play. We want them to get in there. And why? Because they're all deserving of the opportunity to do that. And they can all help us move the football, win games. And so we're just, I think part of it is there's that preparation from week to week to week, knowing who we are, but then looking at the opponents that we face, whether it's the Giants or the Eagles or going back to, the Rams, just kind of putting together a plan that we feel good about that really leans towards what we do well. And then it's about them putting in the work during the week. And of course, comes down to execution on game day.
Scott, that sounds good. I would love for both of them just to say, hey, man, we run motion just like all the other dudes in the league now. We throw to our wide receiver one just like all the other dudes in the league now. And we run this shit through our quarterback like all the other teams that have good quarterbacks. I would just wish they'll say that, Scott. I wish they'll say that.
I appreciate him coming out the other week and saying, yeah, we went into the bye week and we stole some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real shit. That's real.
I appreciate that.
But Scott, why they just can't just come out and say that, man? Hey, dog, we was wrong about that motion shit. I feel like 2 weeks ago when we first ran like more motion, somebody asked Shanghai, they said, Shanghai, why y'all run more motion now? She was like, well, it was just in the game plan this week to run more motion. Like, no, stop, just stop, keep it a buck, keep it a buck, man.
Sometimes it's people upstairs that don't want that.
Now, Scott, I give our media cohorts, right? Because I was about to say my media friends, but I would say me and your media colleagues, because you in this shit too, Scott, because you're great. You've actually done a coaching presser, and I haven't. I always
that was interesting. Hey, you helped me out with that though.
Hey man,
we had a whole breakfast over that, y'all. One day.
One day we'll sit down and tell them how we took notes and shit. And look, we've been promising that one day podcast. We've been promising that shit for a year.
That's what we should call our podcast, One Day.
Nah, we done been to a whole nother camp since then. But hey, look, some of the people that we was impressed that we met, now we like, man, they ain't shit.
Go on inside and get yourself something cool.
I meant war call, dumbass machine. Shit. Yeah. Shut up. What was I saying, Scott? Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah.
I give our media colleagues a hard time sometimes, Scott, because they be saying some wild shit up there, my boy. But I do give them credit when they ask interesting things that we can get actual information from. I don't even know who said it. And I probably should have double checked to give them credit, but I was like, Mike McCarthy, at this point, my bad, Scott, at this point in your career, like at this point in the season, right? They ain't say it like this. This is me talking. At this point in the season, right? You got some mistakes that your team be making, all that. But you still save all of the good plays for later. We do know this. So at this point in the season, when you're on this run and you're in the middle of the season, and the end of the season is coming, Mike McCarthy, do you focus more on correcting the mistakes, which is the now, or do you put more focus on continuing to build the ship, which is the long time play?
Oh, that question you talking about was a good one.
I thought that was a good question, Scott. And I ain't asking how they asked it, but
right. It was similar. Very close, though.
Sure. I thought that was a fantastic question. Like, do you stop and say, okay, we got to figure out the run game right now? Or do you continue to build on this passing game that's having results for you? I think that's a really good question. We'll run it, then me and Will still going to talk about it. Mike McCarthy had this to say.
Just like a game, and you have to have an immediate focus. So, immediate focus is, you have to put together the game plan based on all the variables and characteristics of that particular week. It's just like anything. It starts with matchups, then it goes to what does the opponent do schematically, and then you break it down: run, protection, and pass. Those are the 5 quadrants that I always operate on at the beginning of the week. I'm just, was doing it shortly, getting started on Carolina before I walked in here. So, but then you have the long game of things that, hey, wait a minute, let's not show that this week, or more so in division games. I think when you play you've been in division games long enough. There's things that you go in the first game and you know that there's going to be a counter coming in the second game.
That is poignant, but I hate every time he confirms that he's saving the good shit for later. It makes me sick, Scott. It makes me sick. Now, look, maybe he's prepping for that 5-game tough team stretch that we got to deal with. Maybe he's prepping for that. But, Scott, every time he confirmed that he's saving the good shit for later, he make me sick. But I do feel a little better that would be better later on. He was just basically saying, hey man, when you know you run into these common opponents and you show them plays, you know that is a long-term play. You got to have a long-term play, or else your short-term shit won't matter. Yeah, you got to come into this game and be like, all right, we're prepping for DeVito and the type of dude he is, but you also got to understand, okay, the things that we showed them week 1, they're gonna counter that. We need to counter for that. So Mike was on his shit. He got 24 more seconds.
And you see it a lot. My history, my experience that I've been through, you see it a lot more from the defenses to you. You know, so on. You know, we didn't prepare for a lot of coverage rolled to the weak side based off going in the game, and they came out right away the first snap, and we saw a bunch of it. So I mean, that's just all part of the schematic challenge.
I've seen more changes in defense to you. That means the defenses he's gone against have made way more changes than he has. Mike McCarthy typically, just translation from what he said, he typically does what he does, and when the ops come to see us, that's when they're the ones that do all the change. We're just running our offense. We just have our looks, and we have our looks off of those looks and looks off of those looks. So that's interesting. Sky, what are your thoughts on that? About correcting current mistakes, short-term stuff, short game stuff, and then like the big picture, like building for the later. I understand Super Bowl and like playoffs is the big goal and not necessarily beating the Panthers, but you need both. So what you think, Scott?
I mean, I get it. I get that he's trying to build. I think it was Shotty who said we want to be ascending, at this point in your schedule and then towards the end of the year. I'm fine with week to week game plan. I'm all about that, honestly. Just as long as, like you said, it's not going to cost you because you tuck in the good ones. And he hasn't really done that, I don't think, since that particular game. So I really don't have an issue with how things have been going offensively from a game plan standpoint or any of that, because he's doing the obvious things. But even conceptually, there's some really good things there, and I get the whole variations. Like there's some things they can build off of, and a lot of these sets that we're seeing, more bunch formations, more less static stuff, more motions. So you can still think long term without shortening yourself in the short term, if that makes sense.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Where I think we were thinking so long term that first month, Voch.
Yeah.
That it harms you twice in that first 5 weeks because of, and I gave him a pass in Arizona. Oh man, I was a little scared because O-line, but your O-line ended up holding up enough. Yeah. And then I didn't give him a pass for the San Fran game, but I think he understood.
And then, mind you, this ain't a team that's done a whole bunch of playing together, and not just like us, but like coaching staff. There was changes. There was injuries happening. There was like, all right, we got this new system. Let's do this new system together. Then when preseason come around, all right, starters ain't playing. You know what I mean? So we really just hop right into Giants week 1 going, okay, let's figure this out. Rain and beat their ass. Okay, we don't get into it. Jets beat their ass, and it just turns into one of those things to where, all right, maybe now at this point in the season, we're really starting to put stuff together because we're doing it now for real as a unit and a coaching staff or whatever. So, and interesting stuff. Mike McCarthy about a lot. He's about to lie to us again about the run game. So let's see what he says about
run
this.
game. I think just like most things, and I might be in a minority. I think the most important, statistic in the run game is attempts, because when you.
That's it, Mike.
I mean,
in a minority, I think the most important, statistic in the run game is attempts, because when you, Marty Schottenheimer used to say it all the time: 1 or 2 yards in the first quarter, 2 and 3 in the second quarter, 3 or 4 in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, you break, you knock the door down. So. But it's a little different today than it was in the 90s of how you run the ball. There's more space, more formation utilization, and the movement pass game is, volume and creativity is up some. So you factor all those things.
Those are all reasons to run the ball more, by the way. But go ahead.
But
at least he ain't lie about that part.
This was a defense
different than 90s.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a lot of volume. High volume of scheme on tape going in, and then you got to kind of, once you settle into the game, figure out how they're going to play it too. So we had some of that going on yesterday.
Sky, versus the Giants, the New York Football Giants, Sky, without Leonard Williams. Tony Pollard rushed for 15 carries for 55 yards, 3.7 yards per carry. Do you think the remedy to that is just giving the ball a little bit more?
No, Tony Pollard ran the ball well against the Giants. And then Rico, you don't leave out Rico.
I was getting to Rico.
I'm about to say.
Rico had 12 carries for 79 yards. He averages 6.6 yards a carry. Do you give him the ball more? Hell yeah, you get Rico.
You don't need to run the ball more. God, that's not a. Please no.
You don't want to give Rico the ball more?
No, I think 12 to 15 is fine. I don't need to give Rico more than that.
Let me see how many catches he had because Rico be getting catches too. Okay, Rico ain't getting no catches this game. I think
you need to give Rico the ball more than 2 times.
Let me see something. So Dak threw the ball 35 times. I think that's okay.
Yep, that's about where you need to live.
I think that's okay. But in the event, though, Sky, let's just say that we play against a better team, right? That ain't the Giants, right? In the event that Dak does need help from his guys, do you want more from your running backs? 15 carries from Tony and 12 from Rico. Did Tony have any catches? Nah. So just 15 carries from Tony and 12 carries from Rico.
That's perfect.
That's perfect for you?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay.
We're not a running team. I'm not trying to run no more than 25 times unless it's to bleed the clock out. Your best bet to beat teams is through the air with your, I'm going to say it, your elite wide receiver unit, right? Like you got, I think, I don't give a damn if Brandin Cooks didn't start getting going till last week. Brandin Cooks is a fine wide receiver too. CeeDee Lamb is elite. You got a top tight end. You got a top quarterback. And your role players are skilled. You need to lean on that. If we get into situations where we're leaning on our run game, it better be because of the weather, because you can't throw. But you're not a running team. Your backfield is not one of the best things on your offense. Your offensive line is, let's just be honest, it's a terrible run blocking offensive line. You don't have a great run game plan. I do not want to see more carries. I want to see more efficient carries. So
you're not buying it when Mike McCarthy said we just need some more carries?
Hell no. Okay. That like he said, Marty used to tell me, man, Marty coached in the 90s, Voch. This ain't the 90s.
The football changed every 3 years. And Marty ain't coached in what, 15, 20 years or something? 25 years?
I don't know when the last time Marty Schottenheimer coached, man, but
it's been a while.
We don't need to be we're not a running team.
I tell you the one thing I would love to have though is those Tony Pollard big plays from last year. I would love to have those.
Oh, they're not putting him in that spot.
Yeah.
Go watch the highlights of Tony Pollard last year and go watch what he's doing this year and go tell me if the blocking's the same. Yeah. Go tell me they're creating these lanes the same. Go tell me there's a guy that's softening it up for him, as a lot of people like to say. It's not. None of that is there. You go ahead and lean on this ground game and see where it's going to get you.
Well, Voch don't want to lean on the ground game because I'm a Dak Prescott fan. I feel you. But Tony being my cousin, I would love for him to
just put him back in that spot to do it. Block it up better, and then use him on the edges and not run him 9 times in the A-gap.
Voch wouldn't run him in A-gap, Scott. Look. If Voch had to hold the play sheet, I actually found some old play sheets of mine, Scott. I might do that on Patreon one day. But if Voch was doing play sheet, we'll have 4 running backs doing shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they don't do that either.
We'll have 4 running backs, and maybe the carries will change up. But like, look, Voch getting Lipke involved. I'm getting Turpin involved. I don't know if I'm gonna figure that whole Deuce thing out because I don't think the Deuce package is ready yet. But Voch the offense, Voch the play call, I'm making it away. What I'm saying, if I don't get the big play from Tony, then I'm less like. Look, you remember Alvin Kamara? He may he may have, and he'll do this now, but he may have a game where he got 8 carries, but he got 10 catches.
I was just about to say he was involved in the passing game.
Got 10 catches or something. Mm-hmm. Tony Pollard got 0 catches versus Giants right here, Scott. So if I'm not running Tony,
Giants not a great game to be a barometer because you're lighting them up with the wide.
You was beating the shit out of them. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But if I'm using Tony, I'm throwing him the football, Scott. Look, you watch the Cowboys defense versus Giants offense. You remember the Giants ran Saquon and they ran Burrito out there, but they just moved Saquon around, but Burrito was the running back. Yeah, whatever the hell they did. Boy, that'd be a great time to just throw Tony the ball and just not let him. I also think Tony may have a little vision thing going on too, but I ain't ready to just say that publicly live on the Voch Lombardi page. But if that's the case, put him in space so he can vision out there where there's space and grass, not in this cluttered ass thing right now. I think there's a lot going on with the run game.
Perfectly said. You go have vision issues too if you're running in walls up the middle of the line and you getting nowhere. Nobody's getting to the second level but Tyron. Like you said, get him out in space, allow him to see that out there, getting in a rhythm, because that's where Tony's best at. Out in space, not in that congested area most of the time. When his carries, I think he has 60-some% of his carries are between the tackles. 60-something percent. That can't happen, bro. Like, that's not his game, man. Where it was flipped last year and in previous years, most of his carries were either in the C gap or out.
But we shouldn't be paying running backs no way, but whatever.
Nah.
we shouldn't be paying a franchise tag and running backs no goddamn way. Because look, the running back that the whole Cowboy Nation, not everybody, but you know them, the running back the Cowboy Nation want to get involved the most, boy. What Rico making 15 hours, 25 hours, something like that? Hey man, come on, dog. Let's get back into it, man. What were we doing? We were listening to coaches. Pull that back up. Boom. Here's Brian Schottenheimer lying to us about Brandin Cooks. And I hate I got to talk to my coaches like this, but, you know, whatever. Here's them lying to us about Brandin Cooks.
Ball's great. You know, look, Brandon's always been somebody we've tried to get the ball to. The game does go different. You know, each game.
Scott, if you want to get Brandin Cooks the ball, you do what you just did last week. You do what you did last week.
Ain't got out of me, Craig.
Come on, man.
It's very different. The thing that was cool about that game is to get them off to a fast start. Most receivers are that way. You get them a couple balls early, they feel it, they get into a rhythm.
So you manufacture Brandin Cooks the football, huh? Okay, cool.
It just kind of helps them calm down, settle into the game. The game, again, have never run a route full speed, but it slows the game down for them. You know, they see things really well. But you feel his speed out there. Like, I've been around a lot of fast guys. This guy's got different speed. Like,
Scott, he got different speed.
He do?
He got different speed. And we're in week 10. Well, we're in week 11 now, but they in week 10. And he got different speed. And he got, 300-something yards on the whole year? Okay.
So he catches a little short post route, and you see him kind of run out the back door. So he's a guy that you can throw it to him long, you can throw it to him underneath, and because of his explosive speed,
really,
you know, he's got big time playmaking ability. The other thing that
it's more
goes into his play is you see the couple touchdowns that he's had. He's got an innate ability to wall off the defender. For an undersized guy, right? Tyler Lockett was this way. There's some guys that are smaller that know how to use their body to kind of shield. Like we had the touchdown against the Chargers a couple weeks back. Same thing. Guys on his back, he kind of shields him. Yesterday,
Scott, this motherfucker special. You hear what Brad Schottenheimer describing his wide receiver? This motherfucker special, ain't he? 3 special, ain't he, Scott? Scott, he can catch it short, the fastest dude on the field. He can run deep. He got jump ball ability. We saw that. Short hands. He make the damn tough catches on 4th down. You manufacture it to him early to get it going for him. He walls off defenders. Scott, I be damned. This boy talented, ain't he? Where you been? You been hurt? Where you been?
Afterthought.
Where you come from?
Been afterthought, man.
We just traded for him and elevated him from the press squad or something? Where you come from? Because Schottenheimer is describing a hell of a guy. A hell of a guy, Scott. Look, man, I would love to get that Schottenheimer interview, but goddamn, dog.
Oh, I love to talk to Shotty, man.
Oh, I got play. Yes.
Yeah.
You want the real shit.
Yeah.
Let's just finish this up, man.
Throw a corner out for a touchdown to him on our left side, on our boundary. Same thing. Guys there, he beats him with speed, but he knows how to shield the guy with his body. So that's learned over time. That's learned through experience.
Years of experience.
Again, I'm just waiting to see who you guys are going to ask about for next week. Who you guys want to see get the ball for next week?
You being funny, but
he hell.
Brandon CeeDee motherfuckers. Do it again. Do it again. And Scott, I hope this don't turn into whose turn is it now? Let's get Gallup going. No, we good. Don't get Gallup.
They did that.
It ain't work. It ain't work. That boy got 10 targets. How many?
He had his 2 games.
Okay.
I mean, he had his 2 games earlier. We cool. Now he just need to get 2 targets.
Did you get a chance to look at the Number of plays per player. Have you seen that yet? Has that come out? Well, I'm sure it's out, but have you seen
mean like the snaps?
Snap? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I saw the day of the game. He had 31 snaps, and Tober I think had 45.
Tober had 45 and Gallup had 30. How many?
31. But here's the thing: the snap count's gonna look weird because of the blowout. So Gallup wasn't going to be out there. However,
Gallup didn't even play then, huh?
Well, he didn't start.
He didn't start, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gallup didn't start. I think he's benched. We're gonna find out. Well, I shouldn't use the term benched. I think he's not your starter anymore. Let me say that.
So in garbage time, Gallup got like 15 reps or something, 15 snaps.
I doubt it. Because he only played 31. So they probably sat him because at the end of the day, even if you're blowing somebody out, you're not going to run Gallup out there. You're going to run Tober because he needs snaps.
Sure.
He needs the experience. Gallup don't need the experience, and he hurt guys. So
Jalen was out there too. How many he have? Jalen
Brooks. Yeah. I don't have the number. I can get it for you though.
Okay, appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Because I'm like, dog, this is like, I remember one year, dog, it was something that was going. I feel like Cheeto was playing like shit and was like, damn, Jason put Jordan Lewis snaps out there. What was that?
24.
24. That's a lot for Jalen Brooks saying he wasn't active 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Turpin was out, right? So Brooks gets the call up.
That's fair. And
then with the blow up, he gets more, or the blowout. But he was in there early, Voch. Brooks he called a couple passes in the first half.
So Sky.
That's interesting.
So Sky, I want you to keep it a buck with me, okay? And chat, I want y'all to answer this question also. I have an answer in my, just in my mind or whatever, but I'm a little messy, so why not? When Kevontae Turpin comes back, is Michael Gallup an inactive guy for you?
Absolutely not.
Shit, why not?
Won't happen. Oh, by the way, he had 37 snaps, not 31.
Gallup had 37?
Yeah, he's not getting that. That's not happening.
Huh?
You see how much they paid him?
He's sitting the fuck down now.
No, he played 37 snaps.
He played 37 snaps.
He just didn't start.
He didn't start, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't literally roll out there the first play of the game, but then he played 37 snaps after that. So, no.
I want to go to the film and see like how many early snaps he got. I want to go.
He was out there.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't out there with Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush got in there 13 minutes. So think about that for a second. So, Gallup is still a part of this rotation. Look, as much as we want to see more Brooks or whatever, you could wish it upon the stars you want. If he ain't getting hurt, the Joneses is not inactivating no damn Michael Gallup, bro.
And look, man, this ain't even me shitting on Gallup, dog. It's just the product different. You know what I'm saying? Let's get one more clip in, then we're gonna get into the phones. Here's Mike McCarthy talking about how special CeeDee Lamb has been. Y'all tap in before we lock the phones. It is 4.
We had a great group up there in Green Bay. Those guys all had their time and their moments, but yeah, I don't know if I've seen it to this level. Well, obviously it's an NFL record, so I guess not.
Well, no, something I hate though, Scott. Before I let Mike keep going, I hate the question where a player does well and then they ask Mike, "Have you ever seen anything like this?" Like Mike get to secretly watch games that we don't watch. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever asked the question, you can tell if there's ever been a receiver doing something like, or have you ever seen a receiver like that? Makes sense.
Running back.
Somebody asked Mike McCarthy, "Have you ever seen somebody have a season like Lamb is having?"
Oh, the running. Gotcha.
What's stopping you, the person that asked the question, from seeing the same shit, or me from seeing the same shit? We all watch the game, right?
Yeah, it's an empty question.
They need to stop asking those. But anyway, get back into this.
To this level. Well, obviously it's an NFL record, so I guess not. No, yes, CeeDee's he's at a unique spot, and I think the big thing for us is, we just got to keep working. Make sure we keep giving him opportunities, but more importantly, that the individuals around him benefit and take advantage of the opportunities he's creating for them.
Well, there you go, man. And I hope Mike don't get on that bullshit, man. Like, hey, man, CeeDee doing great, so I mean everybody else got to step up and take advantage. Man, nah, man, still find a way to get CeeDee his double-digit targets, because that's the shit that works. That's the shit that works.
You better not go back on that.
But Scott, I think they got some of that in them. I think Mike McCarthy got some of that in them, dog. I think, oh man, they rolling coverage over the CeeDee. I actually went to go see Gallup came in on the 5th play. I don't want Mike to come in and be like, oh boy, they rolling coverage to CeeDee, boy. Let's get the ball to Schoonmaker over there by himself. I don't want them to do that, man. I want them to stay purposeful with getting you wide receiver 1 and 2 and tight end 1. Stay purposeful in getting them the ball. And I think the passing game, if we just keep doing what we've been doing the past couple of weeks, we'll be fine. If I want to add anything else to it, let's throw the ball to TP because that's where I think he's great at. I ain't got nothing else to add to that though. Scott, you got something else to add before we get into the phone?
Yeah, somebody just reminded me. Cooper Rush did throw Gallup a 50-50 ball, so he was out there.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, stand corrected on that one.
But either way though, you know what I'm saying? It's running down. Anyway, let's get into the phone.
Let's do it.
I ain't scared of you, mother.
Okay, you ready?
One for the plug and one for the load.
Gotcha. Let's get Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check him out on all platforms. Landlord from Alabama. What's good with you, sir?
What's going on, man? What's happening with you, man?
Shit, man. Life good, dog. I can't complain about nothing, dog. Cowboy got this W versus the Giants, you know what I'm saying? Shit, man. About to go knock Carolina out. You know how I go. What's up?
Already, man. You got me over here weak. But, man, I was trying to see, man, you said you weren't ready to say that about Tony. And, you know, I know you got to be a little more careful than me. You know, I'm a little reckless over there in the trap. But I said Tony needs some glasses. I think he really needs some glasses, bro. Because he be missing a lot of them cutback lanes. And it be annoying sometimes, man. And it get us in some bad situations. Because, like, just back to that Eagles game with the Schoonmaker when he got tackled at the goal line, a couple of plays before, if Tony would have took the right lane, it would have been touchdown. It was 100% blocked on the left side. And he just went up A-gap, just held his head down and held the ball tight and just got tackled.
Sure.
So, I mean, that's a little bit alarming. It done happen week after week after week. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is because we know Tony know how to, you know, put his foot in the dirt and get loose. But I don't know what it is the last few games though. Like it's kind of alarming. What you think about that?
So when we watch film on the line in Patreon, something that'll happen in the run game is we'll get 4 good blocks, but 1 block will be terrible. Or we block it up relatively good up front, but somebody leaves a combo too early and they prioritize linebacker and they leave somebody behind with Dexter Lawrence or whoever it is that we dealing with that week. Would Tyler just run the wrong damn play sometime, you know what I mean? Or Terrence to get beat too early, or Tyler Biadasz ends up in somebody's lap. It's like, you know, we be right 80% of the time. But the bad thing about offensive linemen is like there's no passing grades. Like the 5 of y'all pulled it off or you didn't. You know what I'm saying? And we just have a lot of situations where they don't pull it off, and it doesn't help that your running backs aren't creating very much room on their own. So if they're not going to be creating room on their own, then it's on your line. Zeke doesn't quite do this anymore, but when Zeke was at his best, if it wasn't blocked perfectly and one dude got loose, Zeke could typically find a way to deal with that one dude and turn a negative 3-yard rush into a 4-yard rush. Zeke was really good at that in his day. Tony don't do that. So we got to block things up a little better to fit his needs or whatever.
It looked like Rico Shaw know how to you know what I'm saying? He ran very defined. Like it looked like he don't waste too much motion. If he see a crease, he hitting it. And it I think we need a little more of that. Like I think he got like 12 carries this time. That's a lot for him.
Sure.
We ain't really seen him reach that type of amount of carries. But I want to see a little more Rico involved, man. And I just don't get why they tripped him up, like why they did him so bad in the red zone. Like he just got a big explosive run, and then you take him out and use Tony. Like, you know, like the moral part of you supposed to at least pay the man off. They was like, screw that, put Tony back in. And then we failed on the first drive. So I don't know what that is. Seems a little politic-ish, but we'll have to see how it play out later on. But one more thing, then I'm going to let you go because I know you got callers. What you think about, I don't hear too many people talk about this right now, but the way your quarterback playing, man, don't you want to call him in the office and, you know, throw a contract at him or something right now? Or you just going to leave us in purgatory and just let us keep dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? Losing this negotiation battle like we always do.
Shit, Will, what's my man's Todd France? Todd France's name? That motherfucker sitting back waiting. He just gonna sit back and wait to win these playoff games, and he gonna sit back to see what this Super Bowl run. Because look, he's gonna get like a certain level of baseline money regardless. But if Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl for you, then what can you say about him being the highest paid quarterback in the league? So I think I don't think Dak and his team have a reason to pounce right now. They the ones getting the money. So yeah, I mean
that burden on Jared and them though. That's what I'm saying.
Man,
the burden on them.
Them boys ain't finna answer that phone.
They can't refuse right now.
Them boys ain't finna answer that phone, man. They got the wrong number on them boys. They gonna call from the other phone, man. Hell no. Landlord from Alabama, man. Plug your stuff. Tell them where to find you.
Yes, sir, man. Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on our social media, man. I appreciate you, Botch.
Appreciate you, sir. Y'all go and check them out. Now, Scott, one thing I will say before you get into this work right here is one thing I would like to see with the Rico and Tony rotation or whatever is like at least let Rico get in the rhythm and then rotate him out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Joe Randall, when he was backing up Murray, like he would have his own series sometimes, you know. But now Rico would get like 2 carries or something. All right, come on out. Or he'll get like a carry and a half and then Tony go in. You know, at least let him get a rhythm.
And treat him like a tandem.
Yeah.
Like that is something we've been banging on the table for. Treat them like a tandem. And some of the things that he was talking about, I don't necessarily think he has some major vision issue. I think we have to understand the responsibilities of running backs. And this is something I talked to Skip Pete about. Thankful to be able to have run into him that day. Mm-hmm. And it was a little bit eye-opening. And I noticed it, and actually made me look at Zeke a little differently, not in a negative light, but in I understand what he's doing here. There, and also other dudes like Schwartz, the former offensive lineman. Mm-hmm. There's a responsibility with running backs to where if that lineman is pulling or this is where it's supposed to go, they're going to run in that gap. And they're going to try to get this play is designed to get 3, 4, 5 yards, right? It's not designed to cut back. So if he goes rogue and it's actually not there, he could end up missing it. You say it sometimes too. Just follow 73, right? Follow 70. Follow this person. That's what they're supposed to do. It's the ones where the vision part gets me is on the outside. Yeah. When you get a pitch outside and he's cutting it back in, that to me is more, damn, what are we doing here? But like you said, 80%, 20%. Yep. You might look like it's a cutback lane right there, but somebody didn't come off of that duo block or somebody was lazy getting to the second level. So, and again, he didn't have these issues last year because it was blocked up. It was blocked up, but I just was pulling this up I was trying to find it as he was talking. There's just the running plays from the other day where both of their running plays, by the way, where they both was sticking their foot in the ground and getting downhill. So, you know, if it's blocked up a little bit, these guys will find it. And I've seen in multiple games, stick the foot in the ground, get downhill. I've seen in multiple games where Tony and Rico was making something happen out of nothing from poor blocking. It might not look like it was a 10-yard gain, it might be 2 or 3, but it could have been 1, 0. So I just again, we can't ignore the real factor here, and it's the run blocking and run scheme has just been porous, and you don't have Adrian Peterson, or you know, in his prime back there, Derrick Henry in his prime. So it's the main issue for me.
Fantastic point. You should only really be looking for cutbacks if you run an inside zone, because that's what it's for. Like you're finding, you're finding green grass, and if it's behind you, then you happen to cut back. But if you're running counters and Tyler Smith pulling, find Tyler. If you're running like an outside zone, if you're running like a sweep, toss, jet, whatever, and Tyron Smith is lead blocking for you, go find 77. Like this stuff is easy. If Zach Martin trapping people, find Zach. You know, sometimes sometimes you good. Sometimes you can't cut back because they may have, tight ends blocking D ends one-on-one backside, and your job ain't to go backside. Your job is to press forward. But find the dude that your ass need to be running behind. You know what I mean? That'll help. That'll help. Fantastic work here though, Will. Steele. Let's get White on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, White?
What's going on, Boz? What's going on, Steele?
Everything.
What's happening?
Hey, Steele, I just wanted to tell you, man, I listen to your show every morning, man. A to Z Dallas, y'all go check that out.
Appreciate you, man.
I love your theme song in the morning, man.
Optimistics. Sound of optimistics.
Yeah. But I see LVE gonna be out for the rest of the year, man. I love him. I appreciate everything he did for us, but man, basically, man, fuck him.
White said that we didn't say that. Oh, White said that we didn't say that.
Oh, my bad, man.
Hey, you don't work it.
But
you don't work it. Say what you want.
But as far as LVE, man, ain't it crazy how the parent to wake you up? Once they sit you down for a few minutes, now you're catching everything that comes to you.
You talking about who? LVE?
So, Michael Gallup, my bad. Michael Gallup. Once we settle down, he catching everything that comes his way now.
Let me tell you something. Gallup had a perfect game. How many targets he get? Like what? Two? Two for two?
Yep.
About two.
Perfect.
And 2 for 2.
Good.
And a touchdown.
Good. That's all you need. You don't need nothing. Good.
And last I want to say, man, it seems like we coaching this team because every time you and Steele get on here and suggest something, they ask Mike McCarthy something in the presser, he changed it up. And he do what we asked him to do. So when we asked him to get Brandin Cooks involved, he get Brandin Cooks involved. Get CeeDee involved, he get CeeDee involved. And if we could just get Tony on the edges and start running him up between the tackles, he'll look more like Tony from last year.
Yeah.
So that's all I had, y'all. And I appreciate y'all. Still, I tune in every morning.
Thank you, man.
I tune in every evening, man. I love y'all, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Good call. Good call.
The conference has been locked.
Yeah.
That'll never get old.
Oh, man. It mean the world to me. It mean the world to me, Sky. Come on, man.
Because, like, y'all don't got to be there. We got to be here. And y'all here. And that shit, man, that means a lot.
It's great. We didn't talk about Van Der Esch's injury or the fact that he's out for the whole season. The timing just worked out with this whole Evans thing, huh? You know what I'm saying? It just happens to be you need a linebacker and he's going through his elevation. So hey, he'll have a spot on your team now. He had a handful of plays where he
who they sit though?
Huh?
Me and Jesse were kind of trying to figure this out.
Okay.
Who do they cut?
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, right. That's what. Because think about it. All right, this could be a whole nother whatever we talking. You're not cutting any of these linemen, right?
Gallup. Okay. We can't cut, guys. Okay.
You're not cutting no linemen, right? Walk with me here. Talk with me, Voch.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not cutting any of these backs. All right, you only got 3. You cut the tight end. Do you cut a McEwen? You go to defensive side. You ain't cutting nobody on the D line. You ain't got enough linebackers, so you can't cut them. The one name that popped up for me,
Neville,
was Nashon.
I was thinking.
Hendo shot on IR. Can't be Hendo. Like
it can't be Hendo. Damn.
You know, he not counting against the roster spot right now.
I've been trying to get Viliami up out of here. I said Viliami.
I ain't cutting him.
But he's a draft pick guy. They're not. But I mean, what do you do? So
all I could think about was Nashon.
And he was on the bubble anyway. He's a 3-year for what 4-year like bubble guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's him and Neville, and Neville had
Neville just had a game, right? Like and Nashon gave up a touchdown at the end.
Hell yeah, Neville's doing stuff for you, but Nashon. So if Nashon goes away,
Noah, somebody said
Noah and Eric Scott in case of emergency. So
now cutting Eric, right? 5th round pick. So Noah's I guess Noah and Nashon. I think it might come down between them two.
Noah, Nashon.
Right, they have to cut. Let me make sure this is right. They absolutely have to cut somebody.
So in real life, Sky, what it should be, if everybody think Hunter Lipke is who he is, then Sean McEwen. If that's the case,
well then it'd be hoping to get Sean McEwen back on the practice squad then, because you can't. You got to have 3 tight ends.
You would hope so, but shit, you just never know. That's a good question though, Sky.
What are you gonna do?
And I can't do Gallup. And people saying J. Lou, man, you be foolish to see. And look, that's the thing, man. This is still a Super Bowl run. Like we not team building.
Not J. Lou.
So you need all the help you can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got Eric Scott, but you don't want to play Eric Scott. So you need all the cornerbacks you can get. Somebody said Tyrus Wheat.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a good call, Cedric.
What do you say?
Tyrus Wheat.
Oh yeah, Tyrus Wheat.
Because he got activated 3-4 weeks ago, signed to the roster, the Chargers game.
Probably Tyrus Wheat.
It could be Tyrus Wheat.
It's probably Tyrus Wheat.
Yeah. There you go.
Take Dorrance or something. Don't take Tyrus.
Nah, ain't
yeah, they can't do Dorrance. They can't do Dorrance. Yeah, that's it. Hey, it's Tyrus Wheat or Nashawn Wright. It depends. Who gets the?
Yeah, I think one of them three. Tyrus, Nashawn, Noah. They traded for Noah, but
which one of them plays more on teams? Like they both play teams,
I think Tyrus plays teams, and so does Nashawn.
Tyrus
and Noah. They all three of them.
They all play. God damn.
Yep.
I would say Noah because Noah's been the most inactive though. Like at least Tyrus and Nashawn have been active. Noah's been inactive.
Yeah, and Tyrus had. Actually, no, they could have made him inactive. So. You're right. You're right. They definitely could have. They could have said, "Hey, Noah, we'll activate you," but they've been. You're right. They've been activating. Not Noah. Nashawn, and then obviously Tyrus. So yeah, maybe Noah. So I think it's one of those three.
Yeah, because nobody cares nothing about losing on Kelvin Joseph. Like you don't. Lose.
Kelvin Joseph just got cut by Miami.
What?
Yeah. That one hurt a little bit, don't it?
All right, man. Somebody called in while we was trying to lock up the phone. That's my fault. JL, what up, man? J Lombardi?
Yo.
JL. J Lombardi? Or just JL?
This is Jay.
Okay, cool. 203. What's up, dog? What's good with you? Who this?
Watch. Yeah, man. I was just saying what y'all was thinking about what Malik Davis was going on with him. They decided to bring him up.
Oh shit, yeah, that's another name.
I think him and Rico would be a good combo because I don't know what's going on with Pollard, man. He don't look the same like the burst and everything before. I don't think they're using him right either, but he just looked like he maybe playing hurt. I don't know at this time of year if he will be banged up. I just want to see what y'all think about that. You think what do y'all think about Malik Davis coming up, since y'all talking about bringing people up?
Over who?
Then he's gonna be the one that's getting cut then for what's the name? Nah, who's he getting brought up for? Like
he's on the practice squad.
Malik.
It sounds like he's saying Malik Davis for Tony Pollard.
Like you would like to bring up Malik Davis for okay, so who's getting put away if you're bringing up Malik?
Well, we got three. Well, we have three running backs. We got Rico, Pollard. But then we have three backs active right now.
Yeah, Deuce
and Lipke.
The third, I don't know. Oh, Lipke, they ain't using him, so
no. Lipke's playing.
They using Lipke.
We don't see him doing anything with him.
They using Lipke a little bit.
No, Lipke playing. Yeah,
they're not handing it to him, but he out there.
Then I have one more thing. I think we're gonna do good, man. This stretch, man. I'll be telling people don't worry, man, because they be looking at other people. The other person in our division is the Eagles, of course, and they ain't won, but man, they about to drop some of those, man. So I'll tell everybody, man, just be patient, man. I think it's gonna go to the wire, man. The fight for the NFC East. They ain't gonna stay with one loss. It's not happening, So, and I think we're gonna go on a run. I think it's gonna we're gonna meet up on December 10th, and I think it's gonna could be tied then, man. I think it's gonna be the tiebreaker on December 10th. I could see that happening, man. And go Cowboys, man. Y'all have a good one.
Salute, man.
All right, appreciate you. Good call, man.
I'm curious.
Yes, sir.
On the TP thing, do people think he bad or something, or is it the usage? Because I'm more of this is a usage issue.
People can't think TP bad. Like he may not be doing what you thought he was gonna do.
Right.
But TP ain't bad. Like
it sounded like he was saying to call up Malik for TP.
That sounded crazy. I just didn't know for sure that's what he was saying. But if that's what he was saying, like no, TP not a bad running back.
I don't even think it's a burst thing. A lot of people say, man, he lost burst. I don't know about y'all, bro, but when he puts that foot in the ground and goes, I see burst. I just think we're not seeing the 50-yard runs, and we assume that he doesn't have a burst.
I would love to see his 50-yard run.
I would love it, but you treating him like a workhorse back. Workhorse backs ain't hitting 50-yard runs all day.
Continuity
hitting a bunch of 3 and 4 yarders, right? You know, but he's one of the few backs that got a 10+ yard run in all but one game, I think, this year, and he got a 15+ yard run in half of them, and a couple 20-yard gains through the air plus yards. So he's hitting it, quote unquote, splash plays. He just ain't hitting the 50-yarders that we used to see.
Now, see, that's why I love analytics because look, I watch every game and I swear TP ain't got to play over 10 yards.
And he got one every game. That's what's be mind-boggling. I'm like, yo,
when this happened.
Like, he did it 3 times in this game. But see, people don't think about it, but he did it 3 times. It's just he's an RB1 now. So when you get 12 carries, right? Like he got 15 in this game.
Yeah.
10 of them is really going to be 2, 3, 5, 15. 2, 3, 1, 12. 4, 2, 18. Right? That's what it's going to look like. We used to TP getting 11 carries last year, and it was 50, 15, 25. But that's not the road they're using them in right now.
I guess the hard part is that when we see Rico get the ball and he makes a big play and they pull him right out, and
that part is annoying.
And then Tony will get 2 yards, 3 yards, and we on the goal line where Rico would be great at, and we get a ball to target.
Yeah, that was so. Like you said, you got to find ways to get both of them in a rhythm. That doesn't mean, a rhythm don't necessarily mean both got to get 18 carries. A rhythm can be 1 series.
Sure.
For Rico, right? So he can understand, okay, this is how 28's coming downhill. This is how 56 deals with my step, right? How you ask Rico to get in a rhythm when he get 2 carries?
2 plays and come right back out, and we don't see him for a while.
ATP, I need home run hitters. All right, but I need you to run between the tackles with 8 dudes just right in the box and nowhere to go. Like, y'all not really putting these dudes in position to be successful. And what we going to do? We going to get mad at the backs.
Now, Scott, I'll tell you what need to happen. Rico need to go. But Rico had 20 carries next week, boy. It'll get done.
Hey, if y'all don't give me the damn ball, I'm spilling the tea.
Ain't that what Malik was kind of talking about last year too? Malik Davis,
and Malik didn't play at all. They ain't give him. Malik complained he didn't get the ball one time in the play.
Hey, they said he said take your short ass upstairs and get some rest. You can't have no damn milk and cookies.
Milk.
How he said
Rico went to the running back room. Him downstairs.
Walking short ass downstairs.
This bow-legged ass.
Down there. Supers. Kenny Lott, I know what time it is with Kenny Lott. He dropped a dime and says, love to see Dak in this pass-heavy offense. How far can Dak rise in the MVP conversation? Come on, man. We know better than that.
Oh, goodness.
We know better than that. I saw this one graphic that got, Purdy and Trevor Lawrence in there and Pat and all those guys. Man, I'm like, man, by the numbers. But I ain't going to say nothing, though. Who's your vote for MVP, Scott?
It's rough. It ain't a whole bunch.
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey, Jared Goff. Christian McCaffrey, Jared Goff, man.
They had Lamar. People was bringing up Lamar,
CJ Stroud, maybe, possibly.
That's pretty dope. CJ probably won't get a vote if he keeping this up. I don't think he'll win it, but
yeah, he's going crazy. Appreciate y'all. CeeDee Lamb. Shit. Put both of them motherfucking hands in it. Antoine Fair dropped the 5 and says Secret Wars is the reset, and X-Men and Fantastic Four will be the focal point from there. Well, I'll get excited when I see that.
Did you peep Secret Wars yet?
Nope.
I liked it. I mean, a lot of people didn't like the ending, but I liked it. But I'm biased, bro. I like Nick Fury. Whenever Nick Fury's in anything, I'm watching it.
I have a theory though, Sky. And I don't know how many crossover nerds we got in the chat, but hopefully this makes sense. You won't understand this, but there's some nerd crossover here. I don't want the MCU to be like Naruto. I call this the Naruto problem, right?
Okay.
Naruto was this show about kids that went to ninja school, and all they were kids that grew up to learn how to be ninjas so that they can protect their nation and engage in politics. The premise of that is fire. You're learning how to lead a country and or defend it and or just how to be a ninja. Kids in ninja school, Sky, that's all the shit was. They was regular humans Some of them were special. Some ran fast. Some had little small abilities. Some can control sand. But for the most part, Sky, they were children in a ninja school learning to be ninjas. The problem is, and this is my own personal opinion, the problem is Dragon Ball exists. And Dragon Ball had people blowing up planets when they fight. We're going to blow shit up. So now, in an attempt to match that, this thing that was just regular humans just doing stuff, now everybody's so powerful that it doesn't make sense in the grand scheme. We can blow the universe type of type thing now, right? How that correlates with Marvel? Characters like Black Widow and Daredevil are useless when the big magic shit is going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, if the MCU gets too magical and too outer spacey and too alien, what's the role for the vigilante hero now? You see what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Yeah, they did a good job with that, I think, though, being able to mask them within all of that stuff. But ever since that phase ended, they haven't. They've been trying to do their own little shows with it. Now, Secret Invasion, my bad, not War. Secret Invasion is basically about that until they all get these powers and all that stuff. But yeah. I think Marvel does a good job with the vigilante or the non-superpower types. I think they do a good job with that.
The vigilante characters are my favorite characters.
Punisher show is crazy.
Those are my favorite characters, Sky. Just the bump the law guys. What do they do during the alien invasion? What do they do? It's kind of like in DC, which is the opposite, right? If a meteor is coming towards the Earth, all you got is Superman. Like, what else is anybody? Batman can't stop a meteor. Aquaman can't make a dolphin jump up and hit the meteor. So you do so much, you make so many of your best characters useless. That's what I think is going on with a lot of this new Marvel shit. They got the big magic shit going on. And if you're not one of the magic people, then you're useless. And I don't want that to happen to this beloved franchise, Scott. But anyway,
sure.
That's the Naruto problem. Chat, that's my Naruto problem. I may do that over on Twitch one day. Appreciate you, Antoine Fair, for clarifying what Fantastic Four and the X-Men was about. Appreciate you.
Yeah, Secret Invasion, Voch, not Secret Wars.
Pardon me. Well,
that was me. I said, did you see Secret Wars? It was actually Secret Invasion. They corrected me in the chat. I forgot about it.
Gotcha.
That was one of them. What's the bull with the arm? Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
When they on your left, everybody with the powers, and he got the arm. Like with an AK, bro. You shooting the automatic at aliens, dog.
What am I doing with the AK, bro? And then all of a sudden, we win in the fight with the Glock and the AK. Grow up. We win.
I'd have tapped that. Hey, we do not do that here. Holla at me when we done.
Oh, Scott, that's another thing I hate, and I promise. And look, we only doing this because it's Giants and Panthers week. When we get to the 5-game stretch, we'll be better than this. One of my favorite scenes in Infinity War, but I hate it the most. Right? They was in Wakanda, and all the aliens broke through the barrier, and they beat the shit out of everybody. Right? They just whooping all y'all. Thor shows up, Stormbringer. He shows up, him, Rocket, and Groot, and they just show up and start smoking everybody. I understand Thor winning his fight. How come all the rest of y'all got so strong all of a sudden, y'all not getting whooped no more just because Thor showed up? That AK-47 you just talked about did not work. But when Thor shows up, now you got this unlimited magazine where you shooting 1,000 shots and you ain't got to reload. I hate fiction.
That's the same scene where Black Widow fought the alien Joe, and I'm like, come on.
Come on, son. You ain't trained like that.
And she nice, but you ain't got that strength. You normal.
Look, Okoye, and not our friend Okoye, but Dora Milaje Okoye, right? She got a vibranium spear that shoot vibranium rockets, so her fighting Shorty makes sense. Black Widow is a CIA agent.
She know karate.
She work with the feds. Like, there's no power here. You ain't got no superpowers. Let me move on, dog. Oh man, this is what the Giants we could do, right? This what talking about Giants and Panthers to do. My bad, y'all. The chat might love this. I appreciate y'all, chat.
Yeah, this is like a Twitch conversation, but it is what it is.
We ain't doing nothing else. J.R. Gower dropped the deuce and says Dak needs to be in the MVP race, but you know how it go. He should be, but you know how it go. If
I played the fifth special K.
In that game of five wins, that those 5 tough games, if Dak gets some.
Was you outside? I was fooling with them.
I'll tell you why. Because they were a tad bit more dark than what
Yeah.
MCU was doing. Because they wasn't MCU, they were just Netflix series, right? They were just a Netflix series.
Oh, hold on. We froze a little bit. Hold up.
Check.
They say you gotta stop talking about this shit. Wait, are we back?
That's funny as shit. Chat, we good? The volume didn't upgrade your internet service, damn thing, that Wi-Fi.
Let me see.
Hey, we could just leave right now.
We just had a good conversation.
Okay, we back.
Oh, we back. Okay.
All right, we good. So, those Netflix series weren't part of the MCU or whatever, right? So
the
Disney
storytelling, right? Yeah, like it didn't matter to the yeah.
Sure. So they really told the story great. Like they went into the back and it was dark. All that stuff was dark.
Yeah, Jessica Jones was crazy. First season.
Yeah. Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, all that stuff was just, hey, this is real life. Now, I think the Punisher would be fine when the aliens show up. Luke Cage would be fine and all that. You know what I'm saying? What's Jessica gonna do?
No. Jessica got powers. Punisher don't.
Right, but Punisher got guns, and I can at least respect him from a gun guy standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I just appreciate him and his will to kill somebody. Right?
Yeah.
But what's the regular guy? Daredevil got a whip in the comics, right? What is his whip gonna do when the aliens show up?
Yeah, Daredevil kid. Yeah.
That's the problem we run into, Scott. Luke Cage, at least,
Iron
he was
Fist was so trash.
Luke Cage was a power lifter. This turned into the Voch show.
Lombardi.
Anyway. Oh, the Voch Lombardi show. Yeah. Antoine Fairdraw Dude says the Netflix shows are in MCU canon. I think now they are. I think they've paid and acquired them now. But when they first came out, they were just Netflix shows under the Marvel umbrella. They wasn't like MCU stuff. They may be MCU now, and y'all know how.
Don't do that, Platinum.
Yeah. What?
I just came at Black Widow, but for real, Jessica Jones got the super strength, don't she?
Yeah, she's strong, but she.
Now I'm gonna take a hard turn here, Voch.
Please, we got 5 more.
Have you seen The Boys yet, or Gen V?
I'm not into The Boys. I'm not into them. And look, Scott, you can reverse pause that if you want to, but I feel like I watched the first couple episodes and I feel like I wasn't into it.
Okay, so they kind of making fun of the superhero shit, but
sure,
man, just try to see it through. Try to see it through, bro.
Are you putting a platinum undeniable stamp on it?
The Boys is legit.
Because I got to watch Invincible.
You talk about dark. You want to talk about it? It definitely took me for a ride there. I ain't know it's going to do a whole lot of it. But yeah, man, come on. But then you got to watch Gen V. Because Gen V is an extension of that, and they're going to go back into The Boys season 4. So I think season 4.
Scott, it's so much content I just need to consume, and that's the hard part, though. It's just so much content, bro. Somebody said watch Invincible first. I love Invincible, and I definitely want to get into that one. I still haven't watched House of Dragon. I still haven't watched.
I'm mad as hell. I watched it, and they talking about, yeah, we're not going to drop the next season for 3 years. Man, fuck off, man.
That's why I can't watch this shit, man. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. We didn't turn this into. Shit, Marcus Harrison left. He said, "What's this comic book ass shit?"
It's your children's shit.
All the time. How many live? Let me see. How many? Where we at? I can't see my live viewers. Let me see something. Restream. Oh, okay, yeah. So, boy, 573. But we dropping at an alarming rate. Hey, look, he got at the volume at 8. Hey, look at that. All right, here we go.
There you go.
Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, at the volume, follow effective action with quiet reflection. Hold on, dog. Follow effective action with quiet reflection. From the quiet reflection will come an even more effective action. Sky, come on, man. Sky, bro, follow effective action with quiet reflection. From the quiet reflection will come an even more effective action. That's crazy. Sky, that's crazy. sounds like a certain head coach to me. Hey, boy, Mike McCarthy finna tell y'all the secret sauce. He finna talk around that shit. Appreciate you, man. Hold this L line, sleep outside, UNLV. Sky, the first thing that they tell you, bro, don't nobody need to know how much money you made. If you doing good, keep it to yourself. Because don't nobody need to know if you, because look, while you struggling, they'll support you and GoFundMe the death out you. Everybody will click your links when you struggling and you on your way up. But boy, when you get there, she thinks she cute now. She thinks she cute now, Sky. He think he doing something. Look at him talking proper on the T. Look at him. Sky. But then within that silence, you can move without the outside noise. You can move without the, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Hey, don't nobody got to know what we do over here.
Just say this. I feel you, Marcus.
Hey, me and Scott tell these stories all the time off the air. We'll one day, maybe not. But hey, people don't always need to know what you're doing. People do not need to know what you're doing. And maybe there's a deeper conversation here, but I'll just say a lot of people that, you know, because I don't know about a whole bunch of others, but a lot of us will do any little thing that's small as shit and we'll celebrate it. We'll just openly, I did something, boy, and I said, boy, I did something. I'm taking a picture of my rent money and putting it on the internet, boy, and then about to go. Excuse me, bank lady, can I get my rent money in tens so I can do this real quick before I fill out that money order and I not have it no more or something crazy like that? Can I go live beyond my means real quick just for somebody to think that I'm doing a little more than I'm doing so they can come take it from me? I got a problem with spending before I get it. We all self-conscious. I'm just the first to admit it. Hey, Marcus Harrison went a little crazy today, Scott. Like, he's always incredible. There, Go ahead.
No, I said touch a little nerve there, yeah.
Hey, he always great, but he went a little incredible today. Hey, Voch, shout me out. I just got married. My name is Lou.
Nah, he's trying to get you, I think.
Yeah, I see. Because I like, you know.
Ain't no way that's your name, dog.
Well, first of all, pause. And that's not a real last name. I was like, is that French?
Yeah,
like first of all, your name Jay, your name Jay. Your name Jay. But hey, Marcus Harrison say, can he be a mod? Hey, sure. I don't see why not.
He not a mod? I thought he was.
Hey man, we used to work at the other building. You know what I'm saying?
He was over there.
Yeah, we got to re-up some wrenches, man. Make sure everybody's set. You know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah, make sure everybody's set around here. Let me know. Let me know we set around here. Chat. And that was a good one from Marcus Harrison, man. We love to get into the real talk and the real topics and all that, man. So it's always good to get a reset like this, guy. It's always good to get a reset because sometimes we get so caught up into the work, you know what I'm saying, that we forget that we need to do the regular shit first to maintain the things that we're doing, you know what I'm saying? So hey, we're not getting the studio next year, y'all. Hey, we not doing shit. There's no contract renegotiations, boy. Hey, we getting pay cuts at the volume, nigga. That was a good one, Marcus Harrison. Some people asking what happened at the volume. Nothing happened. We still got the DraftKings volume logo on the top. Yeah, in the top right or whatever. We still volume's right there. Voch was ahead of the game on something.
Yeah, I really think your situation set that whole thing in motion. But I could be wrong,
But that's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like 100%.
That's what it looked like. Anyway, appreciate y'all. We love y'all to peace for being here. We'll show up tomorrow and say as much as we possibly can, as we possibly can about the Carolina Panthers and try to give y'all a good breakdown. But y'all know what time it is. Yeah, follow the volume on its Instagram page and its Twitter page, The Volume Sports. Be sure to hit subscribe on my page and follow me on my social media, VOCHLOMBARDI. Follow Skywalker Steele. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so you'll have a Koye to watch the film tomorrow?
Yes, indeed.
All right, A to Z Dallas in the morning, 8:30 to 10:30 on YouTube. Please be sure to check out him and Skywalker Steele on the social medias on Twitter. Appreciate y'all. Y'all holding down for the Dope Sports and the Peasky Whiskey, man. Until next time, Voch.
I didn't ring.
Planet.
Somebody tagged us on Twitter. I'm gonna share it when we're done here.
Okay.
The Winston Duke joint.
Yeah. The best thing about Winston Duke is that he's big and swollen in real life. So he's really a Jabbar.
Yeah.
He